Throughout my self-improvement journey, I often try to copy exactly what the people that I looked up to did, what they did in the current season of life. Sometimes that served me pretty well, sometimes that didn't serve me at all. I think a mistake that I often make on my self-improvement journey is not understanding that you go through different seasons of life when you're on self-improvement, when you're trying to grow as a person. You go through different seasons of when you spend more time learning, seasons when you spend more time in the trenches, taking action, and not understanding that I was in a different season of life in comparison to the people that I sometimes look up to. They were further ahead, and they were just in different seasons. Of course, I could copy things that they did, but because we're in a different season of life, I can't copy what they do exactly to the T. I can't copy their daily routine exactly the way it looks like. But I didn't understand that, and that's just recently that I started understanding it by watching some podcasts from Hamza, and he really talked about this a lot recently in his podcast, saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna go through different seasons of life, and different seasons require different skills, different capabilities, different knowledge, different beliefs. So when you're in different season of life, you need to change your beliefs, change the actions that you take, change your skills to a certain extent, or gain new skills. So of course, you should to a certain level emulate what the people on top are doing, but do it with the mindset that yeah, they're also in a different season of life from where I am. Of course, they're extremely good at what they do, but right now, I'm probably not in the same season of life that they're in. So I should copy them, but I should also understand this concept, understand the fact that, yeah, no, I'm not exactly in the same season as them, and I shouldn't necessarily exactly copy them because it might not serve me as well. For example, I try to copy Hamza to the T exactly what he does, but he's in a different season of life as me. He's currently a full business owner. He's currently like, he also uploads videos on YouTube, but of course, at the same time, he also like owns a full like an online community. He owns actually two online communities. He owns Adonis School and Adonis Gang. Adonis School is his paid one. So he spends like 8 hours working on both of them. So I can't really copy his routine because he's not necessarily just focusing on YouTube. He's more focusing on his business. I could copy his routine from when he was also focusing, like emulate what he did when he was also just fully focused on YouTube, not having any other business. Because that's the current season of life I'm in. I don't own any other business except from YouTube. My only goal is growing the YouTube channel, growing the business, like growing the scale of the business, the scale of the message. So you should genuinely understand that. And that's this concept I struggled to understand it. I started to copy people like, you imagine someone trying to copy Jeff Bezos' routine. It might seem like a good idea, but his current routine, that would be absolutely stupid to copy his current routine because it's a totally different season of life from other people. If you're a beginner in business and you try to copy Jeff Bezos' daily routine, you're not going to succeed. His current daily routine, at least, you're not going to succeed. That's for sure. Jeff Bezos, I heard he starts working at around 10 a.m. or something like that. He doesn't start work until 10 a.m. and he doesn't actually work too much. But he's in a different season of life. In his current season of life, the main focus is on making big decisions. It's not necessarily on putting as much hours as possible into work, but it's mostly making like really big, important, smart, sharp decisions. And that's why he can allow himself to do those things. But when he first started Amazon, when he first got into business, his routine was probably a lot different. Like, I'm sure it couldn't even be compared to his current routine. So you can kind of see you can't fully like copy, emulate the thing. Like, yeah, when they share knowledge with you, listen. When they talk, listen. When you look up to someone and they're talking, listen to what they say. Because if they have the life that you want, they know more than you about a lot of things. So often we try to be like this. Often this mindset of, oh yeah, follow your, or what's this called? Oh yeah, be think for yourself. To a certain level, think for yourself can be a good advice. But when you have someone who has achieved everything you want to achieve, who you look up to extremely, who has a life that you wish you had, I think it's safe to say that they know a lot of things that you don't know. So when your brain disagrees with what they say, don't necessarily assume that your brain knows the truth. Don't necessarily assume that. Most of the time, assume that they actually know the truth if they have the life that you want. If they have the life that you want, but also the character and the personality and the traits that you also want. That's really important. So when you talk and give advice to people, specifically for people that are on your level, listen. But don't try to necessarily copy them one to one because you understand that, yeah, when you're in the same season of life as them, you can do that. But if you notice that you're not in the same season of life as them, just understand, yeah, I can copy them, but there's a certain limit because I'm not. They're in a totally different season of life as I am. Like imagine trying to copy Jeff Bezos when he first started the business. That's not a good idea. That's a terrible idea to do. So yeah, all I have to say, don't run from discomfort. Chase it.